오스카와일드. 아일랜드 더블린에서 안과 의사인 아버지와 시인인 어머니 사이에서 태어났다. 어머니의 영향으로 어려서부터 문학을 접하고 글쓰기를 시작한 그는 대학 시절 시를 발표하며 문단의 이름을 알릴 정도로 뛰어난 예술적 감수성을 지니고 있었다. 1888년 단편 동화집 행복한 왕자와 다른 이야기들 The Happy Prince and the Other Tales를 출간했으며 이 중 행복한 왕자는 그의 작품 중 가장 아름다운 동화로 알려져 있다. 1891년 두 번째 동화집 성류집 A House of Pomegranate 출간한 이후 그는 동화뿐 아니라 소설 도리안 그레이의 초상 The Picture of Dorian Gray, 희곡 살로메 등 다양한 장르의 작품을 발표하여 큰 명성을 얻었다. 어린이들에게 꿈과 희망을 심어주는 기존의 동화들과 달리 인간의 이기심과 물질주의를 비판하는 동화를 주로 썼던 오스카 와일드는 세계문학사의 한 획을 그은 작가라는 평가를 받고 있다. The Happy Prince, 행복한 왕자는 자신의 모든 것을 다 주고 진심으로 행복을 느끼는 왕자와 그런 왕자의 곁을 지키는 제비의 이야기이다. 행복한 왕자는 하늘 높이 솟아있는 기둥에서 도시를 내려다보는 동상으로 순금과 아름다운 보석으로 화려하게 장식되어 있다. 어느 날 이집트로 날아가던 작은 제비가 행복한 왕자의 도시에 오게 된다. 하룻밤 머물 곳을 찾던 제비는 행복한 왕자의 발치에서 잠을 청하다가 왕자의 눈물에 놀라 잠에서 깬다. 살아있을 때는 알지 못했던 주변 사람들의 가난과 아픔을 보며 슬퍼하던 왕자는 제비에게 금과 보석 등 자신의 모든 것을 나누어 주라고 부탁한다. 왕자의 부탁을 들어주던 제비는 혹독한 추위를 견디지 못해 죽고 자신의 모든 것을 다 내어주고 초라하게 변해버린 왕자는 소각장으로 실려가게 되지만 이들은 진정한 행복이 무엇인지 깨닫게 된다. 타인에 대한 희생이 얼마나 아름답고 위대한지를 보여주는 행복한 왕자는 완성된 지 100년이 지난 지금까지도 그 숭고한 희생 정신으로 전 세계 독자들에게 깊은 감동을 선사하고 있다. The Happy Prince, Oscar Wilde. Chapter 1 The Beautiful Golden Statue. The statue of the Happy Prince stood high above the city of a grand column. He was very elegant and beautiful. He was covered with thin pieces of gold. He had 2 sparkling blue sapphires for his eyes, and in the handle of his sword a large red ruby shone brightly. Everyone in the city admired him very much. He is as beautiful as a weathercock, but not as useful, said the town councillor. It's good that someone is happy in this city, a very sad-looking man mumbled. You should be like the Happy Prince. A mother told her crying boy. He never cries, he is always happy. He looks like an angel. Some children said, when they saw the statue, one winter night, a little swallow flew over the city. He was flying to Egypt to meet his friends. They had left many weeks earlier, but the swallow had stayed behind. He had fallen in love with a beautiful reed in the early spring. She was tall and slim and lived by the river with lots of other reeds. I love you, said the swallow. He flew around her all through the spring and summer. The other swallows thought the little swallow was foolish. How can you fall in love with a reed? They laughed. Miss Reed has no money and too many relatives, they cried. She won't miss you when you fly away to Egypt. When autumn arrived, all the swallows flew away, but the little swallow stayed behind. He didn't want to leave his beautiful reed. After a while, he felt lonely. He missed his friends. She's too quiet, he said, and she is always playing with the wind. I fear that she does not love me. One day he asked her, "Will you come with me to Egypt to play in the sun?" "No," said the reed. "I love my home here. You don't care about me at all," said the swallow. "I'm going to see the pyramids. Goodbye." The little swallow flew all day. That evening, he arrived in the city of the happy prince. "I'm very tired, but where can I rest for the night?" he thought. "I hope there are lots of good places to sleep in this city." Then he saw the statue of the happy prince. "That looks like a good place," he said. "It's high up and away from people and animals, and it has a lot of fresh air." The swallow flew up to the statue and landed between the feet of the happy prince. He was amazed at the beauty of the golden statue. "It's so beautiful," he said. "Now I have a golden bedroom." The swallow was almost asleep when a large drop of water fell on him. "That's strange," he said. "There are no clouds in the sky. The stars are clear and bright." Then he felt another drop. "This isn't a good place," he said. "I must find somewhere else to sleep." But before he could fly away, another drop fell on him. He looked up at the golden statue's face. Tears were flowing from the happy prince's eyes and down his golden cheeks. Chapter 2. The Happy Prince. "Who are you?" asked the little swallow. "I'm the happy prince," answered the statue. "But you don't look happy," said the swallow. "You're crying, and I almost drowned in your tears." "I was alive once," said Happy Prince sadly. "I lived in a beautiful palace. All day I played in its magnificent garden, and at night I danced in the great hall. I was very happy there, so my friends called me the Happy Prince." "Didn't you see the people of your city?" asked the little swallow. "No," he replied. "There were high walls around the garden. I never went outside. I never knew about the sorrow and misery outside the walls." The prince continued, "When I died, the town council decided to make a statue of me. Now I look down on all the ugliness and misery in my city. My heart is made of lead, but I cannot stop crying." "I thought he was made of solid gold," thought the swallow, but he said nothing. "I see many terrible things," said the prince. "In the city there is a poor house. Through the window I can see a tired woman sitting at the table. Her face is thin and her hands are rough. She is a dressmaker and is working hard. She is sewing flowers on a dress for the queen's maid of honor. The maid of honor is going to wear it to the next court ball." "But her little boy is very sick," continued the prince. "He has a fever and is crying. She has no money to buy food. She only has river water to give him." "Swallow, little swallow, My feet are fixed and I cannot move. Please take the ruby from my sword and give it to her. But I must fly to Egypt, said the swallow. My friends are waiting for me. They will be flying up the Nile River now, and they will be enjoying the warm sun and the lotus flowers. Soon they will see the tomb of the great Egyptian king. Swallow, little swallow, said the prince, please stay with me for one night. Be my messenger. The boy is ill, and his mother is very sick. I don't like boys, replied the swallow. Last summer, 2 boys threw stones at me. They didn't hit me, but I'm still mad. The swallow looked up at the happy prince. He looked sad, so the little swallow felt sorry for him. It's cold here, he said, but I will stay with you for one night, and I will be your messenger. Thank you, little swallow, said the prince. So the swallow took the ruby from the sword. He flew over the white stone angels on the cathedral tower. He passed by the palace and heard the sound of the music. Then the swallow flew off the port and saw the light on the ships. He went over the heart of the city and saw the merchants selling their goods. At last he came to the dressmaker's house. He looked through the window. The woman looked very tired and had fallen asleep. The little boy was in his bed. He was hot and sweating and mourning in his sleep. The swallow flew in and dropped the ruby next to the woman's hand. Then he flew off to the boy. He fanned his wings around the boy's head. I feel cooler, whispered the boy. Maybe I'm getting better. Then he fell into a peaceful sleep. The swallow flew back to the happy prince. I have done what you asked, he said. I feel quite warm now, although it is very cold. That is the happiness you feel because you did something good, said the prince. The little swallow was very tired and fell fast asleep at his feet. Next morning, he flew down to the river and had a bath. A man was at the river watching the birds. When he saw the swallow, he said, "It is unusual to see the swallow in the winter. I will fly to Israel tonight," thought the swallow. He visited all the great monuments in the city. The swallow enjoyed himself very much. Chapter 3. Swallow, Little Swallow. When the moon rose in the sky, the swallow flew back to the happy prince. "Do you have any messages from me to take to Egypt?" he asked. "I'm almost ready to leave." "Swallow, little swallow," said the prince, "please stay with me for one more night." "But I must go," he replied. "My friends are waiting for me in Egypt. They will fly to the great waterfall tomorrow. They will see the lions with emerald green eyes. In the morning, they will go down to the water's edge to drink. "Swallow, little swallow," said the prince, "please do not leave tonight. Far away in this city, I can see a young man in a cold attic. He is sitting at the desk covered with papers. He is trying to write a play for the director of the theater, but he is so cold and hungry that he cannot write any more. He has no money to buy food or fuel. Please stay one more night." The swallow could not refuse the prince. "I will stay with you for one more night," he said. "Do you want me to take another ruby to him?" I have no more rubies, sighed the prince. All I have left are the 2 sapphires in my eyes. They came from India many years ago. Swallow, little swallow, please take one to the young man. He can sell it and buy food and firewood. Then he will finish his play. Dear prince, cried the swallow, I can't take I. Swallow, little swallow, said the prince. Please do as I ask. The swallow hesitated for a moment. He flew up to the prince's head and pulled out one of his eyes. Then he flew away to the poor young man's attic. There was a hole in the roof, and the swallow flew in. The young man had buried his head in his hands. He didn't hear the flutter of the swallow's wings. After Swallow left, he found the beautiful sapphire on his desk. Miracles do happen, he cried happily. Now I can buy food and firewood and finish my play. The next day, the swallow flew down to the harbor. He sat on the mast of the large ship and watched the sailors working. I'm going to Egypt, he shouted, but no one heard him. When the moon rose into the night sky, he flew back to the happy prince. I have come to say goodbye, he said. Swallow, little swallow, said the prince. Please stay with me one more night. It's winter, replied the swallow. The freezing snow will come soon. In Egypt, the sun is warm on the palm trees. The crocodiles lie happily in the mud. And my friends are building their nests in the temple of Baalbek. But I need your help, said the prince. Dear prince, I must leave you, he said. But I'll never forget you. I promise to come back next spring. I'll bring you a sapphire from your eye and a ruby for your sword. There is a little girl selling matches in the street below, said the happy prince. Her matches have fallen into a gutter, and now they are ruined. Look, she is crying. The little swallow looked down at the girl in the street. Oh, the poor little girl. She must be very cold, said the swallow. She has no shoes or coat, said the prince. Take my other eye and give it to her. Her father will beat her if she goes home with the money. I'll stay one more night, said the swallow. But I cannot take your other eye. You will be blind. Swallow, little swallow, said the prince. Please do as I ask. So the bird took the prince's last sapphire eye. He flew down to the little girl and dropped it into her hands. What a pretty piece of glass, cried the little girl. She happily ran home to show her father. The swallow flew back to the prince. You're blind now, he said. I'll never leave you. Oh no, little swallow, said the prince. You must go away to Egypt. Your friends are waiting for you. I will be your eyes, said the swallow, and I will stay with you forever. The swallow sat at the prince's feet and fell asleep.